Death trap. The death trap. Jesus Christ, it's another episode of the Death Trap.
If you're sitting at home watching the video, I know what you're thinking. Holy shit. Is that Jesus fucking Christ? You bet.
It is. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Today on Today of All Days, we want to let you know that this is the Lord's podcast.
We brought him in today to settle the Israel-Palestine debate. That's what you said you wanted to talk about before the podcast, right, Jesus? You said, I'm going to let everyone know who's right once and for all.
Just love your neighbor.
Love your neighbor.
Boom.
Love thy neighbor. Our podcast studio's falling apart. Donate to the Patreon. Subscribe.
Is it... What I did is
it's that piece
I
you
tripped
broke.
over a cable.
Yeah?
And the whole thing came towering down and it landed right on that.
Huh.
Yeah, and it broke it.
I wonder if it has to do anything with like wearing flip-flops, sweats, and a dress in the house.
It's not a dress, dude. This is my robe. This is my garb. Dude, this is biblical. What holy scripture was that outfit in, you dumb fuck?
So how much was the costume was $8?
$8, yeah.
And how much was this?
About $8.
All right, so the costume's $16 now. It just keeps going up, dude.
And the best part is it's like costume comes with two pieces.
Yeah.
It's the sash and this are sewn together. So that's one piece.
Perfect.
Second piece is a belt.
Yeah.
Belt, just not in the bag.
Yeah. And it's not even belt. It just says it's a belt that's a rope. So they just forgot to put a rope in there.
Yeah, they just forgot to put some string in my bag. Fucking Amazon. Jeff Bezos, you're about to get a low review.
They just want you to do the bit when you get it and you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. They forgot the rope for my Jesus Christ.
I can turn water into wine, but I can't turn some rope into a goddamn belt.
Dude, I'm pretty upset.
You're pretty upset about what?
This thing's like,
oh yeah.
I was hoping it would like snap right back together, but they really, they put some craftsmanship into these.
Mm-hmm. I broke it.
That's the little piece. It looks like you got to unscrew this, take this piece out.
I broke it good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? You know what I was just thinking? Like for this costume, right? Like if I go online and leave like a 1-star review, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You think Jeff Bezos is laying awake in bed like, oh no, guys, 1 star,
dude.
On the guys.
I'd be more worried about when you die and go to like heaven.
Yeah.
And they just get it confused because they didn't do their research. And they're just like, you gave Jesus Christ a 1-star review? Yeah. And you're like, it was a costume. You're like,
costume.
It says Jesus Christ 1 star, and you're like, that was for the bit. And he's like, I don't get it. Jesus is at least 3 stars.
Does the bag say if it's a Jesus costume, or is it like a knockoff one where it's like Salvation Boy?
I don't know.
I love the knockoff ones. I love when they're made of this fabric, too, that just makes you sweat, even though it's thin somehow.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what they give survivors in like car crashes in the mountains.
It doesn't breathe. It's tinfoil.
Yeah.
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 Gross.
Yeah. Well, hey, I want to take a sip of water, but I also don't want to touch it. Am I right?
Oh, it's going to turn to wine.
Oh, no, it's not. It's already black cherry. It's not regular
water. What if you started
walking?
What if can you walk on it?
Oh,
that's perfect.
What?
You held the mic right by it. Do you hear that? That's the sound of freshness. You would think Jesus would just like turn all like the water inside of his body into wine for like a second.
Yeah.
Just get wasted.
Dude, that's what I was. That was that sketch I was trying. I was like, is that funny?
What?
Like the other day when I was like, if Jesus was like, hey, you want to go out partying tonight? And you were like, no. And he was like, well, I'm going to get you drunk. And then he just touches you.
Ah.
Yeah. And he's like, you know, the human body is 97% water, right? And he just puts a hand on you. Just kills you instantly.
You have a blood alcohol content of 100%.
Yeah. Well, 97%.
No, your blood would be
100%
100% alcohol.
And then Jesus is just like, I got a Lazarus, another motherfucker.
Dude,
Nobody can drink like I can. Dude, that is the best hangover cure, is somebody bringing you back from the dead. Quite literally.
Dude, what
Right.
if just Jesus just drank a bunch and he just like woke up 3 days later and like walked out of the cave and was like, "Wow, I gotta get out of here," and he just left? Like that was just like his flu game.
And then he was like, they crucified me.
He's like reading the book like 1,000 miles away, and he's like, "I didn't do. You know what? It's probably better this way.
I got hammered.
I didn't do any of that." It's just like a wild night with your friends when you black out, and then like 12 of your boys just has to tell the story of what you did. And then imagine trying to tell that story of one of your like best dudes for like 20 years and not like,
Fuck it up a
yeah,
little bit.
someone's going to be like looking at you like this story's not that interesting. And then you're like, yeah, and he turned water into wine. And then they're like, it sounds like a cool dude.
Sounds like a fucking. It's also majority of them were born BC before Christ,
That's true.
so they were pretty illiterate. Like none of them could, like, legitimately nobody back then could read or write.
Huh.
You know.
Yeah.
So like that was like the equivalent of having a college degree now. I feel
So-
like
So who wrote the books?
there were scribes. That's why scribe was like a role.
God.
So like that's why like not every apostle has his own book because most of them couldn't read or write in that time period, which is crazy.
Pretty stupid
Yeah.
dudes.
Yeah.
It's weird they could be easily tricked.
Hey man, you see a guy turn water into wine, I'm hanging out with that guy.
Can you imagine just going back, like being like, can you imagine Penn and Teller going back in time and just taking over? Because that people just think, or they'll get killed. But most people would just think they're gods. Like they're sleight of hand at the
think
very
you're a god, or
least.
they're like, witch?
Yep. Either they're going to kill you,
Yeah.
but most, I mean, you
Either
go
way,
far
you're getting
enough.
killed though.
No, far enough back, they would worship you for a long time. They would fear you. They wouldn't. They'd be too dumb. They would just.
I got your nose.
Yeah.
And then you're like, fucking.
Uh-huh.
How did he come to rule the country? Well, he took my nose, sir, and I wanted it back.
They'd be like, so that one doesn't talk?
Just the farther back you go, the worse magic trick you can do.
Mhm.
Just, I got your nose. Yeah,
Mhm.
just, what is it?
What are you doing? Yeah, so yeah, they can pull it off. There you go. Whoa. Whoa, dude, don't do that. Isn't there
Became
another
the
one?
ruler of ancient
Isn't there
Samaria.
another like Oh no.
Yeah.
There's one where like you pull like your
You got to remember that, dude. You get back far enough, you accidentally time travel. You're going to want to know how to do this. Ooh. Ooh, show the camera. He's just pulling his finger off, dude. He's pulling his finger off. Ancient fucking, wow. Ancient countries under my thumb.
How far enough back do you think you would have to go in time to where telling someone to pull your finger and then farting is original?
Ooh.
Dude, that's got to be BC. That predates all.
You go far enough back, I feel like that's the magic trick.
That is
they
the
put
magic
you in
trick, yeah.
charge. They're just like, friend or foe? And you're like,
Oh,
and they're like, we got a throne made out of gold.
you would
and
just
we're gonna
laugh.
call you Ra.
The god of fart.
We saw you during the day, so we're assuming you're the god of fart and the sun.
That would be a bad combination if you were both of those.
Well, the sun's made up of gas, so it's actually a great combination.
But it's on fire, so you just be
Yeah. Fire fart, dude.
fire fart.
That's my superhero name. Yo soy fire fart.
You think so?
I think I'd be able to fight a good amount of crime as fire fart. You don't think so?
I don't think you'd be respected. I don't think you'd get in any group. I think you'd be on your own.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think you'd be on your own,
Just
bud.
sneaking it up around town.
Yeah, I don't think people would be like, yeah, let's get in the fart mobile.
Throwing fart balls like Mario. Just fucking Mario and people. Just catching my fart and throwing fart balls.
City's pissed.
City's pissed off. They're like, God, but he did save the Walgreens.
Dude, you just have to fight in like the stinkiest places. You'd have to defend the stink.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Somebody's attacking the sewage plant. Oh, we got just the guy.
Dude.
Somebody's attacking the fart factory. Oh, we've got the guy. You know.
The fart factory?
Yeah. You know those like TikTok girls that sell their farts in jars? They got to make them somewhere. That's the fart factory.
Oh, dude. Would you, if you were a girl,
That just seems like a very funny factory to clock a 9 to 5.
if you were a girl, how lucrative with your body do you think you'd be?
I imagine that I'd look similar to how I look as a man, so probably not lucrative.
That's tight. That kind of makes sense.
I'd probably
it'd
be the same thing. I'd be like, I'm swiping, but nobody be swiping back. Yeah.
Damn, dude, that's sad.
It's not sad. I actually do all right with women.
Mustache.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I would do everything.
You'd
I think I would do
sell
everything that I could to like make a lot of money.
Would you sell feet pics if you were a woman?
Oh my god, that'd be the first thing I would do.
Really?
I would take such good care of my feet if I were a girl and sell them. Yeah, I mean, it's just like it makes sense, dude. It's like who cares? It's your feet.
God,
I think
God cares.
God cares. Okay, there's no God, but I think people should listen. Your dad's not real.
You just know anything about the Irish Catholic Church? All three of us are God.
The only thing that's for certain is that you were a person, and you definitely
am a person.
Are a terrible representation currently of what you're like what
my
everyone
Halloween
in America
costume,
thinks.
My Halloween costume is skinny Jesus.
Yeah. What?
Sexy Jesus. Is this what this is?
Is that what they called it?
Yeah. Fucking wet hot American Jesus.
You ever notice they call like the outfit sexy, and then they put like a sexy girl on it, or like a sexy guy, and then you buy the costume and you're like, oh, well now it's the sexy's gone. Like it's like literally like you'll buy one, it's like a shirtless or like a open shirt,
yeah,
and in the picture it's like a bunch of abs, and you're like, oh well, yeah, I'll just do that.
I'll just do that. I'll put my abs out.
Yeah, let me just do that, and then sexy nurse, shirt open nurse.
Strank and I were like, do you know how we did the Spirit Halloween thing last year? Where we pretended to be Spirit Halloween employees?
Yes. Yeah.
We were like coming up with funny names for costumes, and my favorite was because like you know how they always have off-brand costumes.
Yeah.
So they can't be like, oh, this is Sexy Mario and Luigi because they won't get the rights.
Yeah.
So all of our costumes were like, this is Sexy Italian American Plumber red. This is Sexy Italian American Plumber green.
Yeah.
This is Sexy Italian American Nurse, and it was all Italian American.
And
Sexy Italian American.
Sexy Italian pizza maker.
Yeah.
Italian American pizza maker.
It reached a point where it wasn't even about, it was like jobs that didn't make sense anymore. It'd be like Sexy Italian American construction worker.
It still makes sense.
Sexy Italian American nurse.
Honestly, that could get pretty offensive. You start naming jobs and you're like, well, they can't do that.
Sexy Italian American.
Sexy Italian American head of surgery. Oh, no.
There was one that was a stripper costume, and I think Strank called it Sexy Italian American Sexy Boy.
Sexy Italian American Sexy Boy. Yeah. I like it.
It's such a good name. Oh, we should open a business called Sexy Boys Costume Company.
I've been thinking about businesses. I really want to open a business, yeah.
What kind?
I don't know, some kind of storefront. It's going to be like a front for something.
Oh, it's going to be a mob front?
Yeah, nah, I want it to be like a front that's like a bad front. Like we're like a luxury clothing store, but really we're like a front for like spaghetti sauce in the back. And people are like,
forget about it.
These are $5,000 purses. I'm not going to pay that. It's like you pay that so you can get in the back and get some of Mama's spaghetti.
Get sauced up.
Oh God.
Would you take a bath in a bathtub filled with spaghetti sauce?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Especially if I got dunked by a skunk.
Dunked by a skunk?
Yeah, dude, you got to do tomato sauce.
Tomato sauce, yeah.
That's what most. I mean,
that's fair. The spaghetti sauce, essentially.
I would do like flavored with meat, though. I would want some flavor. Dude, if you're gonna take a bath in spaghetti sauce, dude, spaghetti sauce is 3 for $5 down the street. We could do a bath full of spaghetti one day.
But who goes in first?
What do you mean?
Who goes in the bath first?
First. What is first?
We're going at the same time?
Same time.
2 boys each side.
Exactly.
Our legs become intermingled.
That thing's deep, dude.
That is deep.
That bathtub is deep.
Have you taken a bath yet?
Yeah, I've taken multiple baths.
Did you do it when I'm out of town then?
Yeah. Almost every single time you go out of town. I soak like almost every dish in the house, and then I soak my body, and then I get out of the tub, and I'm all clean. Yeah. Almost every single. I buy the pods, and I just ran out. But yeah, I will soak almost every single dish in the house. Like overnight, like what I'll do is I'll like boil some water, and then I'll dump it in the thing with the because I don't think that water doesn't get hot enough when I do regular dishes. But like if I don't get to it like for like a day, it doesn't matter because you're not home, so like no one's using dishes. So I'll just soak them all like a mofo, dude, and then I wash all of them, and then I try and make sure they're all clean.
Wild.
Yeah, it's like it's just like one of those things where it's like I may as like it's just something where it times out perfectly.
Yeah.
So I can just like soak them all, and not where I can like procrastinate a little bit, but it still counts as like getting a chore done by the time it's done.
I've never soaked, like I'll soak dishes, like, you know, if I would like use a crock pot, I soak it, but like usually they're just porcelain dishes, so it's okay if they're usually clean after you scrub them, right?
Well, they get like there's usually like thin layers of grease that like build up from like washing and sitting out. Yeah, it's just something I do just like as like a neurotic thing. Like when like no one's home, I just go fucking nuts on like cleaning and try and like do as much as I can. It's just something like it just calms me down. I put headphones in and it just like really it brings me a lot of peace to just like clean.
Because that's the only thing I feel like I'm like unhinged about is the dishes.
Yeah.
I feel like if they're in the sink, I generally do them for the most part. There's some in there right now, but I'm waiting for the rack to free up a little bit.
Yeah.
So those are after the podcast. I'll put them away.
Yeah.
We're getting about chores. Fuck it.
Yeah. No, chores are good, dude.
Chores are
you
good.
got to get chores done.
You ever read the Bible?
Have I? Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty good book.
Yeah, it's a terrible book.
Okay.
A lot of lies and myths and legends.
Truths and more truths. I think the best thing about the Bible is how not a single word is fiction.
I gotta agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what fiction means, but I'm with you.
Made up.
Oh, fake.
Yeah.
What?
I read the Bible and I go, that's how I'm gonna live my fucking life because I'm Jesus goddamn Christ.
About to say, that's how you did live your life.
Yeah, dude. It's a fucking self-fulfilling prophecy.
The Holy Bible, more like my fucking biography, you dicks.
More like, do you think I could like dress up like this and go to Congress and just be like, I got bad news, fellas? And Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About what?
Just be like, I'm back. Because they all quote the Bible so much. Just like dress up like this and be like, I'm fucking back, guys.
That would be an amazing protest.
You said I said what?
I don't agree with anything that you say.
Yeah.
Dude. That'd be a really good protest. It's just to get a bunch of people to dress up like Jesus in like front of like a lot of their houses. Yeah, dude.
I'm back, baby.
Honestly, if they didn't give you that red sash instead of the knot belt, that would have been a disaster.
Yeah.
Because otherwise that looks... I'm looking at that robe. I'm not liking the look of that robe.
Thank God there's this.
I do not like the look of that robe.
Should have been brown.
Should
have been like
pick
more
that
brown.
hair.
Whoa, no.
You got a big curly hanging off your mic.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. Must have been one of mine.
My boy's got pupils. No, it's just funny that like most Republicans are like, we love Jesus, but then also they're like, we fucking love guns.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a million people have said this a million ways. I just don't understand how they don't look in the mirror and be like,
yeah. You know what I don't like is that people are like, we love Jesus, but then they don't subscribe to our Patreon where we have Jesus as a guest.
JC, baby.
How do you justify that? Take that to Congress and be like, why aren't you guys, how many members of Congress are there? Subscribe to the podcast, and then we'll all be happy.
You're sitting at home trying to justify it? Well, I'm just a Christ.
Exactly.
Fucking JC, baby.
I'm sick of all the infighting and all this. We need to all come together and subscribe to our Patreon and give us money.
You know what's funny is that we don't subscribe.
I refuse. And I've never subscribed to any of our friends' Patreons or anything. I think I'll share someone's GoFundMe.
Strength doesn't have one. That's the only one I'd subscribe to.
Really? He has one?
Doesn't have a Patreon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'd probably
they're
would.
a punk podcast, baby. Fucking Bored to Life. Good podcast. Check it out.
So they do it completely for free and just it will always be completely for free no matter what?
I don't know. I think Keller will randomly post and say send us money.
That's cool.
And then he was doing a thing a little bit ago. I forgot where it was like for $20 they'll play a promo. But it was like they'll play a business promo during their podcast, and I immediately called Shrink. I was like, "Can I pay $20 and do a death trap promo?" Like in the middle of their podcast, just be like, "We got a word from our sponsors," and be like, "Do you like listen to podcasts?"
The Death Trap.
The Death Trap, yeah.
Oh God.
Just put our get it like
Yeah.
our sponsorship is during someone else's podcast.
I do think we should invest in like a logo and a label and stuff like that so we can get stickers for the subway.
Oh, dude.
Dude, we need to load up every subway with a bunch of stickers.
Train.
I want every train in and out of Manhattan to have 40 death trap stickers all over it.
I
want it to say, "This is a death trap." No, I'm just kidding. Just like they all sound threatening.
I just love that because like if somebody appears it's like on vacation from Germany, they're like, "What does the sign say? Is a death trap?"
Can we get one of those QR code things on it that takes you right to our podcast thing?
Well, you want a lot on the sticker.
Huh?
You're asking a lot. You're asking for a poster at this point, buddy.
No, you're a sticker that's like this big that has a QR code that goes right to our little Spotify thingy or one of those, right?
So nothing besides a QR code?
Well, it'll say the death trap. I mean, you guys are behind. I mean, look at this. What a peek behind the curtain they get. And
I'm going to give
all for free right now.
I'm going to just, if you're listening, never scan a QR code. That's like one of the new ways to like get viruses. If you see a QR code, people put up like fake flyers for shit just so you scan a QR code and get like a virus on your phone.
I have an iPhone. You don't get viruses.
Hey, that's what you think.
Nope, that's what I know.
That's not true.
Also, I mean, I just feel like we're in a day and age where any kind of like precaution is only for your like own mental well-being. Everything they already want, they got. They got it all.
They have my Target account.
They have everything.
That was my favorite. Like, did you ever get emails saying there's been a breach?
Yep.
I got one from Target, and they were like, "We hate to tell you, but your Target account has been hacked."
Yeah.
And I was like, I know my credit card's not on there, but I'm just like, oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Are they gonna get both my points?
Yeah. I signed up at K Jewelers, and they had a thing, and I put my like Gmail in there, and they were like, "Oh, your email was part of like a hack, and we're just letting you know before we put it into our system that like your Gmail was like part of a big hack that happened somewhere else." And I was like, "Well, then why didn't they tell me?" Like, they told me, like, we ran yours in there. It's, like, part of, like, I don't know. They must have, like, extra security or something. But I got an email from K Jeweler letting me know.
Every kiss begins with K.
Yeah.
Unless you've been hacked, dude.
Dude, you get hacked. You get nothing.
When I was in college, I used to be, like, the best boyfriend. I was good when I was dating when I was younger. But I bought a girl a necklace at K Jewelers. Because I was like, because of the commercial. Because the every kiss begins with K, and I was like, yeah, it does.
How many years of XP do you have as like a boyfriend? Not like all your relationships where you were an actual boyfriend.
Like if you totaled them up?
If you totaled all the years you were a boyfriend, because I think since I've known you, you haven't
but I
had a
didn't
girlfriend.
Want it, though, yeah.
But I'm saying, so how many years of experience, if you had a resume to give to a woman on a date, how many years of experience do you have total of being a boyfriend?
4 or 5, somewhere in there.
4 or 5 years of experience?
Yeah.
I never thought about it like that until just
That's
now.
weird.
I'm not asking you that.
No, I know, and I know it's like a real question.
Isn't that weird? Yeah.
About it. Yeah. Because does high school count? I don't think those count. Those are like
I wouldn't count high school.
Yeah, like 4 maybe.
4 years XP.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I've never like. It's so weird because you ask people that question. This is what I was thinking about. Is there's so many people I know that just stay in relationships like way past the expiration date. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I see that, like it's like if I'm like, oh, it's like this is ending, just end it.
Well, some people go through bad parts and then they get out of it.
Yeah.
So you hope for that. I usually hope for people to kind of figure it out.
Well, but like if that spark's gone.
Yeah, and depending on the age.
Yeah.
I mean, you see a couple like in their like throwing away like their mid-20s. You're like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Get out now. Stop it.
That's when people were trying to patch it at like 22, and you're like, dude, just fucking.
They got married early. They're like, well, we can't get divorced. And you're like, no, you can. And you totally should before one of you starts balding. You know what I mean? Let's just get it out of the way. Get it done. What were we
just
talking
like
about?
In couples therapy at 23, and you're like, what the
Yeah,
fuck? Yeah,
exactly.
That's crazy to me.
You're like you literally know, like the therapist can't like say it, but they want to say it. They're like, you guys aren't even done developing.
Yeah, they're like, every couple goes through this. Usually in their like 40s.
Yeah, your growth is supposed to happen together. If you guys are holding each other back in your early 20s, you're pretty fucked. You're pretty fucked. You're going to cheat on each other. Yeah. And like, but they have to just be like, I'm getting paid. I need repeat business. So I need to keep coming back.
Have you ever cheated on somebody?
No.
Me neither.
No.
Yeah.
I've
been the cheatee.
No, I wasn't that. I've never been that either. Unless, obviously,
Wait,
unless
which
one of those goddamn ladies did it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but no, not that.
Like, I've been the single person, didn't know somebody was, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I've been a part of cheating. Like, I've slept with a lady who had a boyfriend.
That's what I'm saying. The cheatee.
Yeah, but no, I've never. I don't.
I've never like been dating and done it though.
Yeah. But ever had it done? You've had it done to you
so many times. Have I been cheated on? Like it was just a waterfall of women. They'd be like, just oh my god,
that sucks, shit, dude.
Dude, I got cheated on so much when I was young. High school, especially. Like,
that's high school.
I get that now, but when you're like young, you're just like, is every girl like this? And every girl's like, yes.
Yeah.
It's a hard lesson young.
It is. Yeah. And then it's hard to unravel that kind of shit, too.
The first girl I thought I was, like, in love with didn't talk to me for 3... We were, like, dating, and then she just stopped talking. It was high school, okay?
Yeah.
Didn't talk to me for, like, 2.5 weeks, which in high school is 7 years.
Yeah.
Well, it feels like forever is what I'm saying. But we don't talk for, like, 2.5 weeks, and then she just posts about how she's, like, happier than she's ever been with her boyfriend. And I was like... What?
And it wasn't
you? It wasn't me. And then on there, she was like, we've been together a month. And I was like, me and her had been together for 4 months, like 4 or 5 months.
So you didn't even get, that's how you found out. That
that's how I found out. So I was like, oh, she was just dating 2 of us and seeing who she liked better. And then she just ghosted me.
That's fantastic.
Dude, that's brutal.
Did you go to the same school?
No. She went to a different school. You want to know her.
I gotcha. Yeah.
I knew
one
her
of those.
Yeah.
A tale as old as tales.
I knew her because I would go like on this weird camping thing every summer.
Yeah.
And she would also go.
Hold on.
What?
Keep talking about something. I'm going to try and... I want to figure out my boyfriend resume real quick.
Your boyfriend resume? All right.
So,
I mean, how many times have you been cheated on?
I've never been cheated on.
You never been cheated on?
No girl's ever like cheated on me.
Fuck you, dude. I think I've been cheated on 1, 2, 3, 4 times.
How?
Dude, fucking, I'm apparently just...
The hell is wrong with these ladies?
One of them...
You didn't do your water into wine trick, did you?
I did the water into wine trick. I did it too early. Okay. And then they said, what else you got? And I was like, no.
Do you want me to see me walk on it? Well, I can't walk on wine, but I have to change it back.
I actually can't change it.
Shit, I can't change it back. That's not in the book.
Yeah, I can change water into wine, and then that's the end of the magic. And I can't walk on wine. They can only walk on water. And it's got to be salt water.
It does have to be salt water. It has to be more dense.
No, it's going to be fresh water. That's the Mediterranean, right? Fresh water?
I don't know. It's got to be a good trick.
It's got to be the Mediterranean.
Yeah. There's got to be stilts underneath the water that no one can see.
Yeah, and they got to be good stilts that don't make me look weird when I walk. Yeah, no, I've been cheated on 4 times.
That's crazy.
Like 2 of them were like high school relationships. So does that even count?
No.
And then, yeah, once in college and once right after college. And that was fun. The one in college was the worst one because that was like the girl where I was like, I'm going to marry her. And then she fucked somebody else. And I was like,
not anymore.
Fucked a dude named Ben. If you're named Ben, don't listen to podcasts anymore.
You blew it.
You blew it. Just like you...
You blew it. Oh, Tim, you blew it.
You blew it.
You ruined it. You blew it.
Just like you blew my girlfriend's goddamn mind with your sex moves.
I loved her, and you blew it.
You blew her brains.
I love it.
Out of her mind.
I got 8 years XP.
Of dating? That's so much.
Of boyfriend, yeah. I got 8 years of boyfriend experience. I'm just going to keep racking them up, dude.
Dude.
Yeah.
But hey, you ever in relationships where you're like, should I know that sooner?
Never like really long, no. I
Yeah,
mean,
okay.
never by like more than like a month or two. I don't think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever. I've never like really let anything. There was like one breakup that like came out of nowhere. Like the girl, she just like called me, and like I thought everything was going great because it was like my kind of relationship where like we were just like smoking weed and eating Starburst a lot and like doing our thing, and then
She just broke up with you?
yeah, well, she called me and she's like, I don't want to like just like smoke weed and eat Starburst. And it was like, I got off the phone and I was like, oh, okay. And I was like,
Oh, dude,
not even mad about the breakup. I was like, kind of like, well, you could have just said that. But I was like, I kind of do.
Oh.
And I think that night I hung out with my other roommate and we smoked weed and ate Starburst. And I was like, I just need someone to do this with. I can figure the other stuff out.
Did you have you ever had one of those breakups where you don't realize you're being broken up with?
No, I did that. I kind of did a thing where I didn't realize I was breaking up with someone when we were sleeping. I thought I didn't know we were dating, even though we were like hanging out 4 times a week.
Oh no, really?
I didn't think we were dating.
Well, you have to have the talk. If you didn't have the talk, that's not
We
hard.
didn't have the talk. I say that for years. I defend myself. That's exactly what I told Taya. Is that we never had that freaking talk, and I in a court of law.
Wait, this isn't about Taya.
No,
Oh, okay.
this
You
is
just-
about
you just
someone
talked about it with
previously.
Taya.
I said
Okay.
I told her this when we talked about like relationships.
Yeah.
I'm like, I will defend the fact we never. You look through all the texts.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyone can look at it, Judge. But
Your Honor.
I
Your Honor? Nobody says judge.
hand to your father. I never had that talk with a girl whose name starts with an S and ends with an Amy that we were exclusive. Hand to your father.
Hands of my God.
Your God.
My God is an awesome God. Dude, you know what I just realized?
Yeah.
We'll come back to the...
Her name was Sammy.
No.
Oh.
I got that immediately. you just think that I'm that...
I did. I was like, no way.
I rode the short boat here.
No way it took that long.
No, it's like if I sing Awesome God, I can sing Awesome Dad. My dad is an awesome dad. He reigns from heaven above with words.
Dude.
Power and love. My dad is an awesome God.
My dad is an awesome dad. That sounds braggy for
My
Jesus.
dad is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with will. Yeah, dude. My dad's an awesome God. And my God's an awesome dad. Actually, not really. He did make me die on a cross. Just to
And-
wake me up later. Didn't even let me sleep. He let me sleep in.
I mean, you know. Plus, he kind of lets a lot of people starve to death every day. Honestly, if I could talk to your dad,
Yeah.
I'd like to have a
He's-
word with him.
He's busy watching NASCAR.
Okay, yeah. He's busy ignoring world hunger.
Yeah, he's been really bummed out since Dale Earnhardt died.
Uh-huh. He's just hanging out there
Just
watching
hanging
old
out,
tape with Earnhardt.
Just in his garage, crushing a few Budweisers. That's my God.
God.
Talking about how good Dale Sr. was.
Heaven's got to be nuts, dude. Can you imagine like the athlete section? Like you wouldn't even want to go in there. Just like the Hall of Fame of heaven. Ugh. There's just the egos still. You know what I mean? Like just you couldn't play in my era.
Yeah, but you know, that's what I was about to say is that like, because like, you know, like the dudes in the 50s that played basketball, they were like shooting it granny style.
And smoking cigarettes.
Smoking cigarettes at like during on the court. So like every new basketball player that dies is just another old basketball player that doesn't get to play pickup in heaven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like,
or they get to settle the debate, dude. Like when Jordan dies, he gets to like one-on-one with Kobe for eternity. They would do it forever. Until God's like the ball deflates it.
Whoa, we ran out of basketballs in heaven. No.
All right, we're gonna have to stop this one.
But there's some dude just named Dick Hammerschmidt shooting granny style, and he's like, "Who died? Oh no!"
smoking.
Yeah.
Those guys couldn't. LeBron couldn't handle the 50s. It's like he would run up and down the court on those fellas.
This professional athlete that was the peak of physical fitness died at the ripe old age of 44.
He's a plumber in the off season. Good God.
Plumber in the off season.
Yeah.
And did we mention he's also a plumber in the regular season?
He's also a ref for the away games somehow. We have to make ends meet.
He's repping the games
Yeah.
he's in.
Just fucking triple dipping. Dude, I'm losing a lot of weight in my legs, and I'm loving it. I'm getting like
Just boy legs.
some calf definition down there. I'm pretty happy about it. I got
boy legs.
a lot of fat in my legs, and
Yeah,
I don't know.
I want to sing in a hardcore band as Jesus.
I think
Or a
they're-
metal band. I want to be in a
I was
screamo
about to
band
say,
as
yeah, I
Jesus.
think that would be good.
Jesus Christ.
You could be like Judas Priest.
What?
Be like Judas Priest.
Oh, Judas Priest is like butt rock, though. That's breaking the law, breaking the law, bow, bow, breaking. Which, have you ever seen that music video? It's like my favorite. It's called Breaking the Law,
No, I haven't seen
and they
it.
rob a bank in the music video, but
Uh-huh.
they use their guitars as guns,
Ooh.
and they shoot like lasers from the tips. And when I was in like grade school, I saw that music video and was like, "Whoa!"
Whoa.
Turns out being a rock star is cooler than I thought. Yeah.
Would you put a laser on the end of your guitar if it meant that it didn't work and only shot lasers that killed people?
Yeah.
Dude, you ever do if there was one law that you could make like legal forever?
Yeah.
Well, what's that? Like you could one law that's legal for you.
What, that's legal for me and nobody else?
Yeah. You're allowed to do it forever and no one else can.
Free everything for Joe.
Okay.
Nothing is
Like you could
cost.
steal whatever you want.
Yeah, it's already
'Cause
mine.
free everything's not a law. Like what?
Free everything for Joe as well.
No, it's like there's a law that like you're allowed to like theft doesn't apply to you anymore.
Oh, okay.
Or like murder doesn't apply to you. Like speeding doesn't apply to you. Like
yeah, theft.
theft.
I just take everything.
Theft is a good one.
I'd be like, because if it doesn't apply to me,
Yeah.
I just like roll into a Lamborghini dealership and be like, toss me those keys.
Just walk over and take them. They'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, it's him.
Yeah, we got to give it to him. Just every week I go back and get a new car.
Yeah. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang.
But I would only steal from like Lamborghini dealerships or.
Yeah.
But like, what is the rule? Like, can I get into these places still, or do I have to like actually rob them? Do I have to Ocean's 11 their asses?
No, not really. No. I mean, like if they see you doing it, they might like assault you, but like the store owner could,
They're
but
not
like
gonna
the
assault me. I've got a
But if
gun.
the cops get called, they're not going to do anything because it's not against the law for you. So yeah, they could be like upset with you, but no, the cops can't do anything to you. You're untouchable.
Yeah, that's right.
I always say murder just in case.
I'm ungoddamn touchable. Wait, just in case?
Yeah,
Just in case you do a murder?
yeah.
Just in case one day I forget?
What if someone freaks out on the subway and I like have to do what I got to do? I can't get convicted. Or what
That's
if I'm?
not. I was thinking like, hey, Joe, I accidentally ate your sausage patties that you love a bunch.
I'm falling out of love with them the more my stomach disagrees with them.
Yeah, frozen meat discs.
Yeah. Sometimes a good deal isn't a good deal if it just gives you diarrhea. You know?
That's just the name of the episode. Sometimes a good deal isn't a good deal if it gives you diarrhea. What? Hey, coming from the man himself,
Yeah.
that's my new golden rule.
Dude. It's not a good deal if it gives you diarrhea, dude.
Dude, that is the one and only golden rule.
God damn, dude. Wow.
Sometimes it's not a good deal if it gives you diarrhea. That applies to so much.
I was just thinking about that. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God.
Oh my shit.
That might actually have to be a rule.
We got to print that out and put it on the wall.
Print it out like money. Yeah, this thing still is too high, I think.
Yeah.
But I kind of like it there because I do want to eventually. Something is gonna go here, and it's gonna make
A good
sense.
deal isn't a good deal if it gives you diarrhea.
Diarrhea. Dang, that's the Death Trap slogan.
Wow, dude. That's good enough to be the slogan. We almost skipped past it, too.
That's a T-shirt.
That's a good deal.
That's the first T-shirt.
That's a tough word to put on a T-shirt.
What?
Diarrhea.
No, it's not.
You think?
Dude,
I wouldn't wear a shirt that says diarrhea on it.
People have shirts that say "fuck that bitch," like for some reason.
Yeah, but that's not
with
a
like
guy
a
that I'm gonna
picture
have
of something.
coffee with.
You think you're what?
I want to have a coffee with every goddamn listener because there's 12 of them.
Okay, but once if there's ever like 1,000, there's gonna be at least 50 you do not want to meet. At least. That's just the percentage of people.
Yeah,
dude.
but I don't want to design clothes for the 50. I want to design clothes for the 950.
I want to design clothes that I like, and I think diarrhea is not bad on a shirt. Really?
Yeah,
But you also have like a different taste and sensibility for a lot of that.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine
Yeah.
would just be a checkered shirt that says Death Trap with a pocket.
That's not even from the show.
The name is.
That is true.
I'd
The
like
Death
no.
Trap.
Mine would probably just be a black T-shirt that has like I like pocket shirts.
Uh-huh.
It just has a Death Trap logo on the pocket.
Okay.
And then, hear me out. If we ever do live shows,
Mm-hmm.
put the tour dates on the back.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I know.
And then maybe compromise, because that's what business is. On the inside of the pocket, it just says, if you open it up, it says, a good deal isn't a good deal if it gives you diarrhea.
I'm in now.
Now.
I'm in now.
That's the episode.
Now your grandma doesn't have to see it, and I'm in.
Your grandma doesn't know what diarrhea is.
She has it every day.
Not having it on a shirt doesn't stop people from getting it.
She knows what diarrhea is
Oh,
because she
God.
suffers.
All right. That's the episode. Subscribe, like, everything YouTube. You guys know what to do.
I love you.
Ba-dum-ba-ba-ba, the Death Trap. The Death Trap.